Mella, lovely cushioned header. But Gerrard! Oh, you beauty! What a head, son! What a head!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Football Tussle. I know it's Valentine's Day, but we still have to do our job here before we do the job elsewhere. You know what I mean?
So you guys, hold on a second. You guys left your ladies sneaked out of the rooms to come shoot the show. What's going on?
Well, you have to.
That's why he's wearing red. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Sorry, guys.
The ladies of the nights.
I don't. I don't listen. I'm Mr. Black. I don't celebrate Valentine's. I just get the job done. I get the job done and I'm out.
You have a 364 days a year. But yes, definitely. What's it called? We still have to do our job there, even though it's Valentine's Day and stuff. Valentine's night. But yes, welcome back to a Football Tussle. Myself, CIC, followed by my fellow pundits there, AY Footy and Grand Champ.
Yes, sir.
And this time we'll start with the Zouma, the Catgate. This is something different because by the time we released our episode, I think it came out on the next day. So let's have our individual views briefly on what's been the talk of the whole week almost, because it's still dragging on even up to now. They've all had their say about, they've all had their 10p worth or 50 pence worth. So let me start with you. What's it called, Grand Champ? What's your view on Zouma Catgate?
No. I'm gonna let AY take this one. AY wanted to take this. So go on.
Because he's been fined now and the cat's been taken. So what I would just say is like David Moyes should have not played him in the first game. Do you understand? When the thing happened, and I think everything would have been fine by that time. But he played him and put a lot of pressure on this, and I'm just waiting for him to play again and actually see what the fans are gonna say and what they're gonna do if they forgive him.
The West Ham fans are supporting him. Is the opposition fans that are saying,
that's how I'm gonna say. Yeah.
I think maybe 3/4 or possibly half the West Ham fans are supporting Zouma there. I think half of them are not really there still. So it's one of those ones where you have to watch its space. For me, they talk about maybe a clash of cultural culture there, but at the end of the day, you have to know what country you're in.
Yeah,
you might get away with it wherever, but over here you have to know that there's a lot of the majority of the country's animal lovers there. You can't be getting away with that. And as I said previously on different episodes before, I know I got called out by my fellow tusslers here, AY Footy and Grand Champ, to say maybe I'm a bit too old. But once again, I say, why are you recording stuff? We talked about Greenwood and his antics and B. Mendy and his antics in the shower or whatever. Now, why is Zouma's brother or Zouma allowing this to be filmed there? So you have to ask questions there. The brother is a big fool himself, and he's even he's in the worse state than his younger brother or Zouma or Kurt Zouma, whatever his name is. It's been what's it called? He's been stepped down or suspended completely from his non-league
Dagenham and Redbridge. But I just wanna I'm gonna put a little twist to that, man, because obviously I know what you're saying, that no recording, he shouldn't have done that. AY, you're saying he should have been dropped. But I just wanna say this thing has gone on far too long. Just a week before Zouma's nonsense came out, it was Greenwood with the rape allegations. That's all, for some reason, has died down now. You don't hear nothing from that. You don't hear nothing from that. So basically, to me, the public, they rate Zouma kicking the cat to Greenwood battering a goal, which either way is equally wrong. I'm not condoning. Go on.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, because I didn't want to cut you out there still, but yeah, carry on then.
No. But I was gonna say, I'm not condoning what Zouma has done, but listen, if they mention it and saying, okay, different cultures, yes, it's different cultures, because back home in Africa, or you see there's lots of animal or Caribbean, there's lots of animal. Yeah, there is lots of animal abuse for the fun of it, and I'm Nigerian, but I'm not scared to say that. And that's just the way it is. Doesn't mean that's just the culture. We don't know any better, obviously we're in the West, so you act like you're in the West. But let's move on from that now. The guy's been fined 250k, highest than any player's ever gotten for such a thing before.
Even more than racism.
More than racism. Luis Suarez at Liverpool. Sorry to bring the Liverpool thing up, I have to say. Luis Suarez called someone. Luis Suarez was calling people black, nigger, this, blah, blah, blah. And Liverpool were wearing shirts and supporting him, and nobody said nothing about that or opposed it. So to me now,
I did question it in my time, even though people said I didn't, but I did question it.
I can't remember. I can't remember you doing that. I can't remember you doing that.
I didn't say on what's it called social media that King Kenny was outdated. He's come from the 80s and 70s, so maybe he thought that was okay.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, it was a poor what's it called so-called protest or support of Suarez.
And just one more thing. Let me not talk too much. Sorry, AY. I'm just gonna say this. They've given him the biggest fine that most than someone has been racially abused. People are calling for his job by Chris Kirkland. I don't know what he's talking about or whatever.
Kirkland, I don't know if he's trying to get back in the limelight, trying to get a job somewhere.
Yeah, because now you're saying he should lose his job. People saying that he should never play again. The only thing that I believe they messed up at just a tad and was what AY said. Maybe the next game they should just take him, not play him for that game. But at the same time, if I'm a manager, what happens on the pitch is different from what happens in your personal life. So I have to. I've got a job to do. And if you're fit, you're my best defender, I'm going to play you. So they should relax, man. They find him, he's apologized, move on. Listen, even wait. Another Liverpool guy, Jamie Carragher, spat. Jamie Carragher.
I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? He spat on someone.
Even though he was lucky to keep his job, but he
kept his job.
He kept his job. But Jamie Carragher never said that he should lose his job. But I'm saying spitting is worse anyway. But
there you go.
The thing is, what people say about the Jamie Carragher one, even though it's Val, he was taken away from Sky Sports for quite how many months was it? He was taken away.
You know, his consequences as normal.
He was taken away, but it wasn't fined.
Yeah.
He wasn't fined.
I think. Well, maybe
it was fine.
There was. We don't know what internally happened anyway.
That would have been leaked out. It wasn't fine. So if it wasn't fine, Zuma's been fine. Let's move on, man.
No, but there's a lot of cases though. Like trust me, there's so many cases that's been.
Let's just try and what's it called before we move on. For me, as you both said, for me maybe Zouma could have maybe helped a bit more by saying that he might donate. I know he's been fined. That's the club's kind of punishments. You know, the finding of 2 weeks' wages. Maybe Zouma should have said, "Let me just give maybe 50,000. You know, out of my own thing towards RSPCA or to charities. Do a bit of community work with maybe go to the I don't know. I was gonna say to the zoo or Battersea Dogs Home. Wherever they keep cats anyway.
Lions, man.
There you are. Whatever. Go into the lions then.
The lions might eat the cat because they might say, "What's going on here?"
There you go. But I think that I think that he should have done that. Souness was a bit outdated, saying that if he was manager of West Ham or one of his players, he won't play again this season. That's why Souness is not a manager anymore. Can I
say something though? I'm starting to have a sneaky feeling, and people might probably say I'm quick. I'm starting to feel like Souness got something against black players, man.
Well, it is because I mean I know he's a Liverpool's legend and all that, but it just needs his rhetoric now. I know what you're talking about. His rhetoric and pattern of the way he responds to certain people.
Yeah, especially black players. He's extreme. He's extreme.
If you look at the clips on Sky Sports, I'm sure and pick up when he's been arguing or tussling, like football toss has been mostly against black athletes. So that's what I think anyway.
I'm with you anyway on this one.
Mm-hmm. One more thing is, David Moyes said that that Zouma has been the last couple of days has been ill, or the last 24 hours he's been ill. But then it's strange that you said in your press conference that he's been ill and you've tried to kept him away from the main meeting and all that with the other players and stuff, but you still had him in your warm-up there still, even though he's ill. Was it the reaction of the away fans that maybe got Zouma shaky, and then he said to himself, "Let me do a bottle job, Tell them the belly's gone, or I'm doing diarrhea or whatever. Number 2 to go, and then he was off. But anyway, as finally, as AY Footy said, let's see what happens when he does next appear, because I think he might be back. He might be back. He might be back on the weekend against Newcastle.
He should play, man. He should play, man. Yeah. Jeez, gosh, not anyway, the road. And also this,
because I have to say something though. But if he plays, you just can't help but just say something. Just imagine you're on the pitch and you just.
It's true. But yeah, quickly go on.
Your brain,
I'm just saying all these people calling for his heads are all hypocrites. Dogs are flipping, horses are being, on the race round, and they've been whipped. They've been whipped, and they get put down. They get put down if they lose some parts of whatever. And they still talking reckless, man. Come on, man.
How many people like Michael Owen, Gary Neville, and all these people own horses anyway?
Exactly.
So that's a story for another day anyway.
Yeah, let's move on, man. Let's move on.
But all I can say is that also forgot to say welcome to our new subscribers there. Thank you for joining us and
thank you. Appreciate
us and the viewing as well. And we need more of you people. Well done. Thank you for spread the word. But as I said, we'll watch that space regarding Zouma and West Ham anyway. But moving back now to what's on the pitch as well. Let's talk about the race for the top 4 there, and we start once again. Or not the race for the top 4, the race for 4th place, because the other 3 are are there already anyway.
So you're cheeky, man, isn't it?
No, you have to be truthful there. City, Liverpool, and Chelsea, more like especially the first 2 are gone anyway, and then Chelsea, they're still got a good margin there. But let's go straight to what happened at Old Trafford there, Man United versus Southampton. And is it AY Footy again, or is it Grand Champ that will start on this one? Who wants it?
Grand Champ, I can see you.
Go on.
Your tongue, you're ready.
Listen,
go for it.
I wouldn't for the first time in a long time this season, I wouldn't talk too much about United, because I feel like we're home. Every episode is about United's mess. But I will say, I would concur with the Southampton manager. United lack work ethic. I would concur with flipping Gary Neville saying the team's a mess. Like, Ronaldo can't press. Rashford is out of form. Sancho is showing a little bit size of 77 million. Bruno Fernandes now, all he's doing is complaining, like Gary Neville said. Scott McTominay, not good enough. I don't understand the reason why Fred has been dropped, because for me, Fred was the one that was on form for United recently, and then he's been the one dropped. I don't get it. Flipping, they say Aaron Wan-Bissaka can't cross. They play Dalot for his crossing, but Dalot's positioning is shocking every time. And then Maguire is slower than a snail. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. Maguire will make you feel like Flash. You'll be gone in a minute and back, and Maguire's still making it into the box. He's not fast enough. Flipping, Varane now has come to United and he's joined the circus. Wow. Luke Shaw, I don't care what they were telling me about. He was the best left back in the Premier League 2 years ago. But bro, me and the guy are the same weight. We're the same weight. Wow. It's like, I'm not going to the gym. He's going to the gym every day, and he looks like that all the time. And then De Gea,
he's still puffing the cheeks.
He's still puffy, and then De Gea is having a good season. And even though people are still saying it's the season too late, he's having a good season. Every game, De Gea is making 6-7 saves, and the blow to De Gea is that he still can't make it to the Spanish first choice keeper.
Why should he when the team's rubbish? And I carry on from what you said. I carry on from what you say there. Still, for me, because for me to be challenging for either Champions League or for honours or the top honours, you need to have fullbacks that know how to do more in this modern era now. Their fullbacks, whichever 4 it is, they're rubbish. As you said, Maguire. Some people said they've seen milk turn quicker than Maguire. What's it called? I heard the other day. Varane, as you said, has been brought down to Varane, that was supposed to be a multiple major honour winner there. Won World Cup, whatever, Champions League multiple times. He's you look at him and Maguire, and you say give him a bit of slightly better than Maguire, and that says it all. And then in the midfield, Matomley is just he's a younger version of, I don't want to say it, but a younger version of Henderson.
No way. He's got he's not Henderson.
I'm talking about a younger version, maybe when he was at Sunderland, not when he's at Liverpool. But,
maybe.
And then as you said, Bruno Fernandes is just a shadow of himself. The formation, where is he playing? Another thing, we won't stay because we always talk about Man United.
It's long. Exactly, it's pointless now.
It's like an old vinyl
It's a broken record now.
From 1970. For me, Rashford hasn't played well since he started a campaign of school dinners where he wanted to be school dinner minister. If he wants, as I said before, if he wants to go into politics, retire and go to politics. Or for me, Rashford should not be in that starting 11.
He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be. And the thing is, I like Rashford, but he shouldn't be. You got quickly. I just say you got the two the oldest pensioners in the strike force in the Premiership there, on a joint age of 71, 72 on Ronaldo and Cavani. Ronaldo was supposed to bring back the glory days. What glory days? These days look worse than them before he came. He has affected the way they play. Last couple of seasons they were a counter-attacking team. They can't even do that. Ronaldo there. I said that to United fans. That was. I said this to you. You know, it's like, why can't United go for the title? I said, listen, Ronaldo is going to do more harm than good. Look at Fernandes. Fernandes, other than Salah, I think Harry Kane or even Aubameyang.
Yeah,
before he left. Yeah. Fernandes was like the fourth top in the top four of goals since he arrived into the Premier League. Now that is gone. Now that is completely gone.
Honestly, I'm so happy you guys are I'm so happy you guys are picking up on the players because, like, honestly, everybody's been picking up management.
I'll pick up the management too.
I'm so happy that this episode is specifically for these players, and they need to take responsibilities. Honestly, like, come on, man, these guys are earning so much money when they're meant to entertain us and keep us going, you know.
But the manager's stiff. The manager's stiff.
Continue
with them players, man. Honestly, these players need to
whoever's in charge, it's a problem anyway. But as I've said, why I gave him the nickname Grandad Ralph is because he's a granddad and he's never managed a team of disability there.
I said it as well, yeah.
They said he turned down Chelsea. That's a blessing in disguise for Roman Abramovich because they want to be winning the World Championships or World Club Championships or Champions League with this guy. As I said before, this man gave all his power and training abilities to Klopp and Tuchel and left himself barren, nothing. And now and there's nothing coming out.
United is still a mess, yeah. He's already heard today, he's already talking. If United don't make top 4, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will have to take some responsibility from that.
He said that. He said
when
that.
I heard that, I'm like, no. That's
He's a mess. He's a mess. He's a mess.
He's a mess himself, and we'll see what happens there. But just one more thing there still. As I said, even though they're a mess and I think they've drawn the last 3 games, it's the other teams like even though Arsenal haven't played that much there, because of a break there, because of Chelsea playing in the World Club Championship. Teams like Spurs, West Ham, and that are giving them the chance, which we're going to be moving on now quickly to rightly so.
Well done to Southampton. Go on. No, I'm saying well done to Southampton. They missed so many chances.
Yes, definitely. They should have maybe got back-to-back wins there. Over against much better teams because they were away to Spurs in midweek and came back from 2-1 to win 3-2. They should have really with the chances that they created there. Armstrong should have beaten Man United at Old Trafford there, and that would have been 6 points from those 2 games. That would have been wonderful. But 4 points is still very good for Southampton anyway, for the squad and the spending that they had. But moving now over to what's happening also at Spurs. I know they got games in hand, and that's their only saving grace. But what's going on there? What is going on? Who wants to start on that one? Where's the magic? Has it gone as well?
This top 4 battle is a joke. Like, it's the top 4 teams that's trying to get in there are not balanced anyway. So is the table. So with Spurs now, I watched that game against Wolves. It was 3-5-2. They were trying to play the same formation as Wolves, but it was just not happening, bro. Everywhere, Wolves was just better. Absolutely, just better. They had no chance winning that game. And I think that's the second time they're gonna beat them in the league. I think.
Home and away, isn't it? I'm like they'll show on Channel 5 there, for goodness sake.
But I'll tell you this once again: when Mourinho got sacked from Man United and they went to Spurs, that was because Mourinho was clueless. He just needed something to do. It's like you breaking up with your girlfriend around the Valentine period, and then you call one of your old exes, and you call one of your old a guarantee. Yeah. That's the same. That's the same thing as us, like Spurs. Conte's left Inter Milan. He's like, yo, I need to do something. I'm gonna go manage Spurs because I told you,
I can't be lonely. I can't be lonely.
You can't be lonely. You see what I'm saying? And Spurs is a rebound club. That's what I'm gonna say. Oh, yeah. They're a rebound club because Conte ain't making a difference there. He's not making a difference. I'm telling you. For me, he's a
rebound club. You know,
it is. It is. The club's a mess.
It's true.
The club's a mess.
I agree. What's it called? We look at some of these defenses. What's it called? You look at what's it called? Spurs. They just signed Hugo Lloris, who I think his best days are well past him. I know he's still in the French squad as number one there, but look at the two howlers he was involved in. The first goal, why are you punching it when you could have caught it even?
Lloris does that every season, though. Lloris, every season with Lloris, you get at least four hours from Lloris every season. Yes. Once every 3 months.
The second goal, instead of doing a simple pass with a better angle, you put Ben Davies into trouble, and then Ben Davies. What are you doing? Put it out of play or something, for God's sake. And another thing is, what's it called? I was hearing a joke that since Son has come back from injury, I'll say it's been Osong there, but that wasn't a joke anyway. What's happened to Son? What's happened to him? Because it looks like he's gone. I know he played good the game before that, and 2 games ago, but he's been poor. I was hearing Harry Kane's back. Back from where?
Back to life.
Maybe Son missed Ali because they had a little.
Ali wasn't even in the team there.
Please.
As what's it called? Grand Champ says, Spurs are a mess. They're a mess or whatever. Those 2 players that they got from Juventus, they were third, 4th, 5th or something choice. They didn't really want them. He just had to do like what like Grand Champ said about Conte trying to find the team on the rebounds. Yeah. Those players on the rebound, those 2 that he got from that's like going as a good example of going back to your old girls' club and girls' house and getting a couple. I don't even know those 2 from Juventus. They're not going to make no difference there.
No, they don't make no difference. But for me, the setting mid at Spurs is a problem. It's a big problem. As good as Højbjerg, yes, as good as he is, he even needs to sit down as well because he's stiff.
Well, they said the stat when Højbjerg and Skip are playing, they're what's it called, and Eric Dyer, they've not lost. They've only lost, I think, 2 games when they and if they're not there, they've lost about 6 or 7. So even though Eric Dyer is a Dyer player, he's key to them at the back there because Sanchez doesn't even know what he's doing. He's like a guy that's on rollerblades.
He's a mess. Emerson Royale for big money was a mess. Doherty was a mess. Arsenal trying to get rid of them.
Like Ryan Sessio. Every time we see him, he's always pulled off. Maybe even before half time. For God's sake, he's a jinx.
That's what happened last game. He was pulled out.
He needs to go.
Happened as well.
Yeah. He needs to go now.
I remember when he was at Fulham, there was so much plaudits and stuff. Now look at him. How long was that ago?
At least 5 years.
But anyway, let's give plaudits to what's it called, Wolves, where it's due there. Wolves
are my team of the season. They're my team of the season.
Second best defensive record there.
They're my team of the season. Yeah, they're my best team of the fantasy players.
There you go. Still, even though there's not much people got them anyway. Still,
take some notes. I had 1 or 2 of the Wolves players during my fantasy season, but you have to know when to take them in.
Oh, a couple years ago, not this season. Anyway, there to try and get back in the mansion. Let's move on there anyway, because time permitting there anyway. But well done to Wolves, and I know, as I said before, if Spurs don't get their act together, even though they got games in hand, it means nothing if you keep losing those games in hand.
The Gunners are coming. Gunners, then.
Well, the Gunners, what's it called? I think their next play is on Saturday against Brentford, and they're going to be looking for revenge after the opening game of the season against them. But we'll see how that goes. We'll see who wants it. And then we'll move on to what's it called? Another team that's fighting for what's it called? Fourth place there, which is West Ham. There still, I think they're the team that occupies it at the moment. There still, and they were they were involved in a what's it called topsy turvy game, even though it was controversial. What's it called? Equalizer there yesterday still. So
should that have been allowed? Should that have been allowed? That goal should that have been allowed?
Well, nowadays it's a bit like the offside thing where the lines have been drawn. Now we got a new one for the offside there where. If it's here, it's green. If it's here, it's red. They said it was in between the green and the red.
I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
You have to give it. But at the end of the day, Leicester for the 18th game in a row, I think it is now, or whatever, no clean sheets. We're talking about Man United. We're talking about Man United not keeping clean sheets, but Leicester, they're the worst side this season.
Rogers has got something wrong with him. I seriously, like, don't you have? I know Colo Touré doing. He needs to be sacked.
I think Tim Talk in that dressing room is gone. That's why.
Colo Touré is supposed to be a defensive coach. He needs to be sacked. If this was NFL, he would have been sacked ages ago.
I know. The thing is, Colo Touré. I think the best thing Colo Touré has done is given Amate a job at Leicester City. He's managed to convince Brendan Rodgers. Don't worry, he could play in centre back. I started like that at Arsenal.
Did you say Colo Touré is the defensive
coach at Leicester City? Yes.
He was in the studio doing African Cup of Nations.
No, that was his brother.
Okay. Yeah.
He was there as well. I saw he was invited as well.
Was he? I don't know.
If he was invited, maybe he needs to get back to his day job. He needs to get back to his day job instead of taking up invitees to Africa, which is good still. Get back to your day job when your team is cracking up every day about going to African nations.
The mess. The last game, the previous game before this, Brendan Rodgers had Amate and Ndidi in defense. Two defensive midfielders against two defensive midfielders against a Liverpool team. Now that you've done Amate and Son Yuku, next week you're gonna do Vestergaard and maybe flip it. It's a mess. He might
even put in Nacho there. Because Nacho struggles to get into the first team anyway.
I totally don't understand that. I don't understand that.
What's going on with Vardy? Is Vardy injured or something?
He's injured.
He's got a hamstring or something. And it's like a 2 month. It's a 2 month or whatever. But
he's old anyway.
What's it called? For me, Leicester would be happy for once they didn't lose. But what's it called? It feel like a loss because they conceded once again so late on. Leicester, you always know you're gonna get a chance there. I mean, Bowen. Let's give plaudits to Bowen. My goodness.
Yeah, he's on fire. He's on fire.
West Ham score, fantasy or no fantasy, that's the first name that you think of as a goal scorer there. If he's not goal scoring, he's assisting like he assisted on the
He's definitely on the plane. He should be on the plane. He should be on the plane.
He's the head of the likes of it's the head of the likes of what's it called? Even Sterling, the darling Sterling.
No, wait. Slow.
In terms of numbers, his performances this season have been better than Sterling. Let's not pretend.
No, but Sterling still makes that plane.
What do you mean
no, I'm saying Sterling makes that plane.
That England rest.
No. Bowen and Sterling make that plane. For me, when you start looking at Rashford, I don't know. Sancho, I don't know.
Sancho, for me, what's it called? At the moment, there should be no English players from Man United that are making a plane. Unless they're going to what's it called to I don't even know, maybe on summer holiday for Lanzarote or whatever, or what's it called, Ayanapo, you name it or whatever. But Maguire shouldn't be going on holiday anyway because he always gets in trouble with fights or whatever. Still,
he got away with that one as well.
There you are, quietly
corruption.
Under the carpet there. But let's give plaudits let's do what's it called? Let's see if West Ham will take it up maybe in the next games there, and if they want to try and get fourth. Let's move on quickly to a different part of the table there. Everton, what's it called, versus Leeds there still, and Frank Lampard getting his first Premiership win there for what's it called for Everton there, under his new management there still because he lost his first Prem game there.
Yeah, he done well.
Everton smashing because those two, the Lampard and the Leeds manager, they've got a little.
From back in the days of Derby,
Derby, the Spygate.
Yeah. So, but for me,
it was a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game still. What's it called? Everton did very well there still. And then another thing is that the question is, what's it called? Leeds. Second season syndrome. I was even struggling to say the word because Leeds are they're in free fall. There's a few teams like Leeds and Brentford. They're another one. We say saving grace, but if Leeds don't sort themselves out, because some of these teams near the bottom are now picking up points there, they can be dragged in. So
no. I think for me they're gonna get dragged.
There will be a nice team to shop from players. You know?
For me, they're gonna get dragged in. But the only thing is, Norwich, Watford, and Burnley are so poor. They leads.
That's what I'm saying. So what's it called? Well done to Frank, and let's see if that's the start of what's it called, something good for
Van
them.
de Beek played well. Look how he played well on United fans.
It's true. There you go. Still. And even Coleman, I think that was his first old Coleman. That was his first goal in God knows how long ago.
I know.
There you go. So we'll see how that goes. Old legs. And then we'll move on to what's it called? Another game that was played on Saturday. It was a ball draw there. London derby there. Brentford skip that. We'll move on to that. It was what's it called? Brentford. Anyway, Brentford will take any positive what's it called results or points on the board just to try and help them.
Palace lately have been shaky. They've been so patchy, but they'll be
even happy to keep a clean sheet there as well. And another thing, what's it called? This was Hodgson's first taste of defeat. He should get used to that taste there still, just like this drink there. So Hodgson, drink well there still, because there'll be many defeats coming your way there still. That £5 million bonus to avoid relegation, you might as well start dreaming. It's not happening. So Brighton, the draw specialist, finally won a game.
Bro. But Brighton deserved that because I actually like Brighton as well. They're another team
definitely.
that they solid. They play good football. They don't spend too crazy on players. And I was happy with the
proper striker.
But I was happy with the performance of that guy, Lamptey again. The assist. I like the kid. I like to have him at Arsenal.
We'll see how. And that's another team that I think a couple of them they might lose them. Come summertime anyway. We'll watch that space. And then another formality win for high flying. Goals galore. Man City. This time Sterling.
Sterling.
Hats off there still. Sterling, hat trick there still.
Exactly.
That's helped a few people in the fantasy team there as well. And Foden there finally getting a goal because it's been a little while still, but it was a formality win there. Norwich did they had a couple of chances, hit the post there still, but we all knew that I was
surprised it wasn't 6.
Sorry?
I was surprised it wasn't 6-0. You know what I mean?
Totally different team as well,
There you are still. So we'll move on to Sunday's game there. The three games at 2:00 there. We've done one of them, which was Spurs versus Wolves. We're talking about Burnley versus Liverpool. A cold, rainy day away to Burnley is not easy still. But once again, Liverpool did what they needed to do just to get the job done and keep in touch with Man City.
Can I say something though?
Go on.
Mo Salah hasn't scored against Burnley in 8 games.
Yes, I think that's one of his bogey teams, as you definitely brought out a good fact there. Possibly he had the chance to possibly end that when he was completely clipped there for a penalty that VAR overturned there. Maybe Grand Champ was in the studio on the VAR whispering in the ear, Salah's a diver, don't give it.
Facts. You know I'll be saying that.
I know that. Yeah. So and once again, Fabinho. In the last 4 weeks or something, he stepped up with 5 or 6 goals in that time period, which is very good there still, because sometimes in these kind of games you need something just to try and get over the line, and when the other big boys not doing it, and he done well. And then for me, Burnley are gone. You play 21 games and you've only won 1 game, and you're the lowest goal scorers in the Premiership.
They're gone.
You're doomed.
And you saw one of your strikers. You saw one of your strikers, Chris Woods, to your relegation rivals.
Yes, and then you bring in this what was it? Is it German, Austrian? What's it called? Peter Crouch or whatever it is.
Dutch Wanhurst.
That's even getting outside all the time. But anyway, we'll move on to the game there. Newcastle, the informed Newcastle. I think that's 3 wins in a row there for Newcastle there. And they're doing the great escape there still. So and Trippier there, I think that's back-to-back goals or whatever. And he's unfortunately that he's picked up an injury that will keep him out for 6 weeks. metatarsal there or whatever. But I thought Villa would do better in that game. They blew themselves. Newcastle keeping the clean sheet. It must be Christmas and their birthday will come together.
I think the way they played that game, I was watching that game because I knew it would be a very interesting game for Aston Villa and Newcastle. It was a very attacking game. And Newcastle was trying to keep the ball and trying to play possession football. I'm like, boy, is this serious? Like, well done to them.
But Gerrard needs to be careful though. Aston Villa these days,
he's attacking too much. Have you seen the way he's playing? He's just pressing direct.
There you go.
Balance. We need the balance. You need to get the balance correct there still. Maybe what's it called? He needs to bring back Danny Ings or whatever still to try, because I mean, I know you can have to Coutinho maybe push the other guy back. You just need to try and get the balance there, because
he needs to get it.
He's got McAllister, like the ex-Liverpool player, with him as an assistant. So
but sometimes, as I said, sometimes these assistants they're just there for hype or who knows, whatever.
Exactly,
a full pension, as we said about Kola Toure trying to get invitees to what's it called, African Nation when his day job is a mess. But what's it called? We'll move on. We'll move on now to what's it called? The games coming up in midweek when the Champions League returns. There, it's unusual.
Man United Brighton play tomorrow, but
it's unusual to have a Premiership game. What's it called there? While Champions League's on, but Man United.
I won't be watching the United game anyway.
Oh, who will be? You got a choice of Paris Saint-Germain versus Real Madrid, or Sporting versus City. So I think all eyes will be in Paris there still. If not in
Ronaldo, no?
Forget Ronaldo. He's finished. He's not even the best Portuguese player in the Premiership anymore. Still, so let's not even go there. Diego Jota. That's what I say. Forget about Bruno Fernandes as well. Still.
Imagine as well, one of the greatest players ever.
There you are. So I think that possibly might be a draw there. You wouldn't be surprised if it's a draw, even Brighton win, because Man United are crap at home. So what's your verdict on the big rich or what's it called? PSG versus Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid, if they don't have Benzema, I think PSG might beat them 2-1.
Yeah.
I'm going for a PSG win as well.
All right, then. Sporting versus... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, PSG win.
And then Sporting Man City will go away win, and maybe Man City concede, or maybe you're hoping they concede their what's it called grand champ anyway. We'll talk about that for another day anyway.
4-1. I think it's 4-1. City will win that game easy,
and they might concede.
They will concede, definitely.
And then moving on to what's it called? Wednesday there quickly there we got Salzburg versus Bayern. Bayern are a bit shaky there.
They got blown. They got blown on the weekend. You see them again?
Yeah. So what's it called? Neura's out there for a couple of weeks with knee injury, but I think Bayern might get over the line 2-1 or 3-1 there still. And then in the other one. And then in the other one there, you got a big game there. What's it called? Inter Milan versus Liverpool. But obviously, Liverpool, I think they're gonna do home and away victories there. I don't know if they're gonna keep a clean sheet. But I think that'll be a win.
Home and away. No. I'll probably say score draw with Liverpool one.
Well, what's it called? Away goals mean nothing nowadays. But yeah, all right then. Still no problem there. Still. But yeah, what's it called? We'll see that. What's it called? We'll watch that space and see how it goes there. But yeah, what's it called? Let's just give up. We're not talking about a different sport there. There was a Super Bowl there, the marathon there. I know not many people watch it there, but well done to the LA Rams there still for taking it there still. But moving back to what's it called? Football Tussle there. Keep subscribing, keep enjoying, liking, and send comments. We'll talk about it earlier on.
Get involved, guys. Get involved.
Tell us what we need to improve on. Myself, CIC. What's it called? Grand Champ, AY Footy. Tell us what we need to do. Come on, yes.
The problematic don't wear that shirt again.
Well, the Liverpool fans, make sure you subscribe because you're struggling on Twitter. For God's sake.
The Arsenal fans, come on there, come on.
And the general fans.